Revocable living trusts are not just for the super wealthy. They have so many benefits for the average person and average family in their estate plan. Let me spend a few moments and explain how they can benefit you and stop family drama. Hi, I'm Guy DeMartino. I'm a Northwest Indiana estate planning and probate lawyer, and today let's discuss revocable living trusts. First, we have to at least set out what a revocable living trust is. Well, it's a document. It's an agreement. It's a contract between the trustor, the trustee, and the beneficiaries. Typically, revocable living trusts, the trustor is also the initial trustee. What are the main benefits of a revocable living trust? There are bunches of them, but today I would like to discuss a few. The first is privacy. You see, you can call your trust anything. You can have the Batman trust. You can have the Robin trust. You do not need to put the trust in your name personally. So anything that is titled in the trust that's in the public record will not show your name. Now, during your life, trusts can be really important because you can plan for any type of physical or mental incapacity within the trust. And you can set forth a disability panel. You can tell your successor trustee what you want, how you want to live, what you want if you are physically or mentally incapable of handling your own affairs. At death, trust also can make life a lot easier. Not necessarily for you because you're gone, but for the folks that you leave behind. You see, at death, you can continue to control your assets, and to some extent, you could control other people's behavior. Let me tell you a for instance. Say you want to set up a sub-trust for one of your grandkids. You want your grandkid to go to college and you want that money to be used for college. You can set up a statement that says, I want my grandkids' money to go to be used for education. And you can give this specific authority to the trustee through a certain age, and that way your grandkid would not squander the money if they didn't go ahead and go to college. Likewise, if you have a kid who might have a drug problem or a gambling problem, you can tell the trustee, I don't want them to get anything until they can prove to you they haven't been doing drugs for a period of time or things along those lines, or they haven't gambled, or they can go through drug testing, or you can dole out a little bit of money at a time in order to protect them from themselves. Also, if you have a kid or a spouse with a special need, you can lock up the money in a special needs subtrust in order to protect any type of public benefits. And you can have somebody, your successor trustee or a professional trustee, manage the funds to keep them out of trouble so the funds will not cause them to lose benefits or to cause more strife in their life. Finally, if you do everything right with your trust plan, you can keep drama out of the courtroom. Why? Because if you have things titled in the trust, then it doesn't have to go into court. It doesn't have to go through probate. It can remain private. The people will not know what the assets are, who's getting what, and the dirty laundry, because all families have dirty laundry, will not be played out in the courtroom. So revocable living trusts are not just for the uber wealthy. They can be used for ordinary families because ordinary families all have needs that arise, and you can plan for these needs and make your trust your playbook so there's peace in the family if something happens to you. If you have any questions about a revocable living trust, you can always reach out to me. I am Guy DeMartino. Have yourself a great day.